I was watching some fellow game streamers yesterday on Twitch, and I was inspired by T Sundown, who's making a game in Godot right now. And he kind of inspired me to post my finished game on Steam. So with that in mind, and that idea has kind of stuck with me. I want to be able to post, in 3 years' time when we finish this, or more, who knows. When we post this game, I want it to be on Steam so people can download it on their machines and it'll be listed on Steam. I think that is a great goal to have. And if it's not this game, then it's the next game, and that would be another 3 years down the road, because it took me over 2 years to make my last arcade game, so it's going to take me at least as long to make this one. So I'm deciding we're going to be releasing this game on Steam by the time it's done, in Love 2D and Lua. So I think that's a great goal to have, and with that in mind, I want to switch up my game so that it's not like a fan art or a fan game of The Name of the Wind. It's going to be its own standalone original game. So we're going to be switching some stuff around today. We're going to be switching out our character. I think we're going to be switching our character up a bit and switching our GitHub repo maybe, and then maybe we'll take a shot at adding some more entities with our geckos, because yesterday we got our gecko working. So that's what that looks like. And we're not gonna be both DX anymore. We're gonna be a new game. So I've been doing some thinking about the title just this past day, and since no one's here on stream yet, I'll probably save that talk for when someone gets here, but let's get started. Let's update our character here. Let's make him different. So we'll go ahead and open up our Sprite, and we'll get going on our. Oh, and what do you guys think of? Well, no one's here, so I'll wait. Let's see. Player Atlas, right? Caboth Atlas 8. That's the one. So here's our Atlas. We're gonna be switching this up. So I don't know if the move is we switch it up how we think, and then let's try. So like, I like the red hair. I think I want to go not brown on the tunic, maybe a darker gray on the tunic, but our new game is going to be somewhat Japanese inspired. So I'm thinking maybe he's got a Sekiro bun, just like Sekijo down here. So I think his hair tied up, and a little bun going back. And then I think maybe we keep the red hair. Maybe we do a little bit darker red hair. I don't know. We'll see. So let's see what that might look like. Now this is a PNG that we're editing, so anything we overwrite here will overwrite our other character. So let's get started here. Let's imagine if he's got his hair up in a bun, right? His hair might come down to here, start closer to his ear. But for now, let's just let's try to get a basic shape going on. Yeah, maybe extended, something like that. And maybe his. Let's see what the other frames might look like, because it's really gonna be the back profile and the side profiles that's really gonna sell his Japanese style haircut. So we'll make sure we've got that, because it looks I don't know, he looks like someone's aunt right now, which is fine. So it starts here, goes up, and then connects. Starts at the bottom of his eye, goes over, goes up, and then connects. And then we're missing out the angle here. We want to kind of mimic the other one so it doesn't look too different, because this shouldn't be very different than the previous frame here. So I think that goes over. That looks about the same, and then let's get the black pixels match in here. And maybe the red is too much. But we'll see. I can't tell if this black pixel is a mistake or what. Okay. I mean, it really should be the same exact one, just mirrored. So maybe we did twice as much work than we needed to do there. But it's okay. Yeah, let's see what his back bun would look like. So his back bun would be shaped Yeah, I'm really excited about the new game. I've got a ton of ideas for it, so we will see. You know, and then his bun would maybe look like, if we give some shape to, like, his hair in the back would be in like a little bun, so maybe we give it some shape here, like. I think this could afford to go up a little higher. His arm here. Maybe we've got 2 pixels of arm here. Just no hand showing. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm liking it. You know, it looks, let's give him the darker gray, and we never, for some reason, we never save our freaking color palette. Now, let me import the new color palette. Load default palette. Okay, so that's our palette down here. So we don't really have a gray other than this. We'll just add a grayer palette here, a grayer color. Maybe a little darker. Yeah, maybe a little darker than this even. Yeah, I'm not so hot on the light purple, but the dark purple looks kind of cool. Make it a bit darker here. I don't want him full shinobi, but he's gonna look, pretty shinobi. I don't know. Yep. Okay, I'm liking it. Yeah, I'm liking it. And then the dark purple for the belt. Okay. Now, I think I want to... Let's see. I want to change... I want to change his cheek shading to just be a little darker here. Same tone, but a little darker. Okay. Whoopsie. Okay. And then we'll see... Okay, so here we can just take the same old, this sprite, copy and paste it, and overwrite this other one, but we need to delete this other one first, so we will erase. I could have done this a lot easier. Okay. Let's do this. Cool. Yes. Okay. Okay. I'm liking it. Okay, now we just need a side, and then we'll flip those two. We've got a side tall and a side small. We'll just flip those two. Let's see here. He's got to have... Let me just erase literally all this so I can kind of visualize the overall shape. So if his bun is kind of... I guess it should kind of be more of a top bun, huh? I think it should be more of a top bun. Then we would have to change all this, which is fine. Yeah, I do think it should be more of a top bun. Let's see if we can get it to look okay on this side profile, and if we like the top bun, we'll keep it. But it's hard because the top of his head is already the height that we are, so we can't really add any vertical height on top of that top bun, or that top bun, so maybe we'll just add right here. Yeah, hard to say. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe if there's like a streak or two of... We do like a streak of darker hair in there. It's not quite looking like I want it to. Let me look up a reference photo. Oh, you guys, I got it. I got it. Japanese bun. Okay. Oh, dude. That's the reference photo right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's it. Okay, we're gonna keep this right here. We can see that reference photo. Okay. Yeah. We definitely want something like this, homeboy. Okay. So let's cut down. Actually, let's try to get our profile first. Now, it's actually not that thick. Like, this is a huge, thick bun. I'm not opposed to huge, thick buns. It's just that it doesn't have to be so thick. It's gonna be a little bun right here. So we can give ourselves a little bun right, you know, a 2 bun right there. And then come up this way. And then if we add the shading to this, or let's see. See, and what sucks is like I don't want it to just be a square. And that's the whole problem with 16 by 16 pixel art is like if it gets small enough, it's just a square. So maybe we kind of round it out here. Something like that. And maybe bring this in just a bit. Okay. Still looks, oh, that looks better, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so tall. That's not looking bad. Kind of liking it. Yeah, and we'll just this bun will become smaller here and a little higher. And then if we like that, it's hard to if we do the 1-to-1 here. Let's see. Oh my god, it's so tiny. And the stream's down. Oh, sorry guys. Sorry chat. We're connected to the Wi-Fi, so I don't know why we're hiccuping so hard. The side bun, I think it's okay. There's got to be some way we can shape it a bit different. Can we zoom this? Okay, we can. Okay. I think the bottom hair needs to be rounded a bit more. Like I think we need this gone. And maybe black here. Give it a more rounded shape there. And we're down again. Sorry, guys. I don't know what. I mean, I paid for better internet. I don't know why. I don't know why. Okay. So we just gotta scoot his bun up on these ones and shrink it a bit. So maybe that means we've got higher back here. And you know what, let me just, I'll only worry on one because then we'll just flip it for the other alternating side. So we'll just worry about it on this one. I think it's fine if the hair goes down that far. But we want to raise the bun. And so it's like you might be able to barely see it over the top of his head here if he's looking forward, which means in the back it might be 1 pixel to the top. Does that make sense? So if it's something like that, is that too high? No? I think that's okay. Then we want to kind of shape the shading to where it's kind of drawn in towards where you pulled it up, I think. Kind of give it a little bit of flow towards the top of his head here. So it's like shading maybe on the bottom and then going towards his head, maybe. There's too much dark red here, I don't like. Okay, let's figure out, I think we might just want like 2 there. Yeah, something like that, I think. And then it's looking better. It's not, I guess what I kind of don't like is that when he's facing left, the bottom of his bun is on this line of pixels, and it's 1 pixel higher here. But we can't really add a bun. Since his head is so flat at top here, we can't add it higher than his head. And if we scoot it up 1, it just looks weird, because, like, well, actually, maybe not. Well, yeah, it looks weird because it's just totally flat up there. We don't want to do that. What the heck? Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good. So let's go ahead and overwrite this one. And we'll swap it for our alternating step. Okay. And then we probably need to add the very tippy top of his bun to his hair here. So we can kind of maybe shorten his hair by like 1 row here, so that his bun is a little bit visible. I don't like the shape of this. It doesn't doesn't read like this does. So it's almost like we need his hair to be starting up a little higher. I feel like we need his hair to kind of start here in order for our shape to curve. Maybe. Yeah, it's tough because we can't get a round shape at the top because his head's just totally flat up here. So it's really tough to get that bun shape at the top. So if we start curving his head inwards a little sooner, nope, now he just looks like a cone head. Okay. It's so delicate with having only 16 pixels. It's hard to tell if that would be readable. Because it doesn't look like a bun like that, but once you walk and turn him and see that he's got it like that, I think walking down it'll be more apparent that it kind of reads. So maybe we just put, and I think we want to kind of do the reverse. Like we want mainly this lighter red and then the darker red for the shadows and the shading. So maybe we just give the lower bits more of this darker red, and then maybe like a line coming down here. I think I like that. We'll have to see how it looks when we animate it. But for now, let's delete this, and we'll get this as our alternating step. Okay, so we've got most of our frames. We've got down, up, left, tall, and then once we get left small, we'll have right tall and right small. So let's do this where we can copy his head and then use that as a template here. We know it needs to shift down. I think I like that. We gotta get his shading back on his cheek. Well, we'll overwrite those, but I think that's good actually. One thing we might want to do is bob his hair just a bit, either in the shading or in the... Well, it wouldn't bob that much. It's kind of tied up, so I think maybe we we don't need to worry about it. I think I want to give us maybe 1 pixel here. 1 pixel of thicker back hair, just because when it doesn't change at all, when it kind of bobs like that, it doesn't look animated, it just looks moving, if that makes sense. Like it looks too stiff if you don't change any of those pixels. And then same with like the shading, or we'll get like maybe when he bobs down, the shading becomes just a little different. Something like that. And then I think I like that. I think I like it. So let's get rid of our old guy here. And what we should do is back him up before we overwrite it, just so if we want to revert it, we always can. Let's go to our graphics, and it's our Kavoth 8. We will copy and paste it as a copy, but we don't want it in our Git repo, so we'll just actually put it over here in pictures. We'll just have a backup of it over there just in case we want to revert. So let's go. Hey, Jonathan Blow is live. And I'm the one making games on Twitch. No. That's the dream. That's the dream. T Sundown was saying on his stream that he got raided by Jonathan Blow, which is just absolutely wild. He said he got affiliate that day, which is awesome. I think that's right. I think that's right, because he has a gap of 1 pixel in front of his nose when he's on the side, which means it actually might mean that when when he's walking, okay. When we do our collision detection, we might want to shrink that whole hitbox down 1 pixel on every side, because of that gap there. Yeah. So I think I like it. I think I like it. Let's go ahead and save this as, we'll just call it playeratlas8.png. Now get rid of buns, and we'll go here. We'll import it into our dependencies, just like our other stuff. And actually, yeah, in our character walk, if we just change this to playeratlas8, it should render the new stuff as our character here. Nice. So we've got the gecko. You know, I'm missing a rounded head. I really am missing a rounded head when he turns, and down here, honestly. His flat head is just not really doing it for me. Yeah, I think I want to round his head out more. That's just so flat for the top of his head. I don't like it. That one's not so bad. That one is bugging me too. That one should be rounded too. So let's go round it out. So what we'll do is we'll just shift all this down by 1 so that we can increase the roundness of the top of our head here. And we don't want the bun to be thicker, we just want it to be higher, so. You guys, maybe we can raid John Blow today. How cool would that be? That would be awesome. I mean, he's not going to see or care, but that would be awesome. I think I would actually die if John Below follows us on Twitch. That would be just the coolest. It is looking rounder. And it looks... Now he looks like he's got a tiny head, right? Let's see how it looks. We'll see how it looks. I definitely don't like the flat head, so this is probably going to be better. Okay, and then we need to unflatten his head here too, because that's just nasty. So we can't really afford to scoot his head down anymore on the tall frame, so maybe we'll just cut it inwards just a bit here, like, you know, something like that. I'm kind of curious if we leave this top pixel breathing instead of blocking it out, if it gives it a more, or maybe we give it the dark shade up here. I'm kind of curious how that might read or not read, because if it's like, if his bun is just dark pixel, I just think it loses it a bit. So let's leave the black for now, but let's entertain leaving this gap here so we don't just block it all out. It's hard to say if I like that. Let's see what it looks like when we do that. When we add it back in. Yeah, it does look better. It does look less blocky, but yeah. I'm gonna leave these out, I think, just to kind of see if that does anything for us, helping our blocky head situation. So we just want to make sure the general shape is the same from the passing frames, and we'll leave that as the unpainted block. Okay. See, like just the fact that he doesn't have this long, flat black line at the top of his head anymore, that should help the feel of that being not so blocky, but it might look strange leaving a gap there. So, and maybe, yeah. We'll see how that looks. So we've got our tall and our small here, so we'll just go ahead and delete our last two blocky heads, and we'll put in our rounded head and see if that looks better. Come on. Okay. Wasn't right. There we go. Okay. I think that's looking better. It's looking more round in the head. I like it. Let's go export as Player Atlas 8. Player Atlas 8. Which is where? I don't... Player Atlas 8. Okay. Overwrite it. Go ahead. File, save as, Player Atlas 8. Overwrite. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so what we're missing is There's a blocky... There's a blocky pixel on his walking up animation that I don't like. And it's right there. That's the one I don't like. And that's the one I don't like. So let's try it again. Save as. Player Atlas 8. Go ahead, overwrite. And we'll run it again. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't hate the black top there. I don't hate the gap of the black top, but it's missing something. Maybe it needs... I don't know. And he looks like he's got bad posture here. Like, he looks like... Yeah, he looks like he's like a little hunchback here. So maybe we just make his back a little 1 pixel shorter there. I think we do. Yeah, we'll make his... We'll shimmy this over by 1. It does squarify it, but it looks like he's got bad posture currently, so... Okay. And I feel like we need something new here for the top. Maybe if we put dark red there. Ugh, that looks so bad. Let me put black there and we'll see how we like it. So we'll save as Player Atlas 8. Go ahead, overwrite. And we'll go ahead and run. It doesn't look like it updated. Oh, I know why. It updated there. Yeah, it looks too flat. It looks too flat now that we did that. I don't like it. I think I'd like it like that. And I feel like his top bun should swish just like when he walks up, it swishes left to right. I think we should swish when he's walking down, we should swish it left and right just a bit too, so let's just do that. Yeah, we'll have facing down here, maybe down there, and then maybe over here. That might be way too noticeable. Yeah. What if we delete one of those? Now it doesn't really look like a bun. Yeah, it doesn't look like that's the top bun, so maybe we just black out a bit more here. I don't like that at all. What if we... Gosh, yeah, it's just... That doesn't look like a bun either. Hey, what's up, dog? How's it going? We are changing our game. We're changing our character. And we're going to be changing the game name as well. I figure it's better to do it sooner than later, just because, you know, I don't want... if we're going to be releasing this game, I don't want any copyright problems or anything like that with, you know, basing stuff off Name in the Wind, so we're just gonna go completely original. Yeah, maybe... Yeah, so I'm thinking, so I've got a couple ideas for the title that I wanted to run by you. I want to change the title, you know, today on our GitHub so that I don't have to go back retroactively and change all the GitHub repos and the descriptions and everything. And I just want to kind of shift it over to a new title, even if it's just a working title. I've been getting a ton of ideas for what this game's gonna be like. Let me see how weird this black bun, this like L-shaped bun looks like when we walk. But as far as a new working title, I'm thinking of, you know, I want something that when you Google it, our game will pop up and not like a bunch of other not of my game would pop up. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want it to have the same title as other stuff. Yeah, the bun just doesn't look good there. I think we might need to might need to get 1 pixel of bun in this picture here. So maybe we do a slight outline like that. Yeah. We'll see. That's his left bun, that's his right bun. I don't know if I like that. Maybe we outline the bun with the dark here. It's just the dark front bun there. Let me pull up. We've got some Toshiro Mifune. Look at that, man. Look at that cute guy. Yeah, this just isn't... I'm not liking this. That looks kind of weird, the 2 dots there. But it doesn't look good with just that. Like, that looks... Let's see how that looks in the game. So, working titles. Well, I was thinking about what the game's going to be about, and like thematically, what's it going to be? Because if our working title is something that kind of makes sense thematically, I think that's kind of cool. But I also want it to be unique so that if you Google search it, that it'll pop up. So I was looking up Latin words for different themes that I think the game is kind of touching upon, like equilibrium and focus and awakening, right? Like learning how to see, learning how to observe and understand the world. Like, these are all the kind of themes that I want from my game. So did I already save this? I think I did. Let me see what this looks like. I was thinking like, since, yeah, the bun, ugh, it's just, I don't like the blockiness of it. And his hair isn't shaped right for it in the front. So maybe if we, it's not there yet. And maybe, I think we need another pixel of height here when we're facing us. Now we did turn his head down a bit to get the top bun out there, so his head does kind of shrink over here. But for the front side, I really just think we need a more round head here to get the point across. And then maybe the maybe it is so hard. So hard to get this looking good, because this doesn't look like his hair's up in a bun. It looks like, I don't know. Well, let's change the whole. We'll make sure we get the shading so that it's kind of drawing his hair to like the back of his head here. And then if we shape the bun just with the black only up here with 2 pixels maybe. But let's see. Just look at how blocky that looks, like a straight line. Exactly. Yeah, the bun is behind, but without, we have to make his bun visible in the back here. If his bun isn't in the top, actually, yeah, we could slide this down a bit. It's just that we should be able to see something of his bun when he's looking forward, just because it helps give continuity to his animations. But it is really tough getting his head shape right. Because yeah, we can't add any roundness to his head without removing the 1 pixel that would be showing off his bun. Let me. Okay, so back to the name, right? So, I looked up this. There's a word for awakening, right? For Link's Awakening, because it's very much inspired by Link's Awakening, and that's a big theme of the game is awakening and learning how to see. So, there is. Gosh, I'm gonna mess it up. Trying to. Let's see, it's... So in Latin here, awakening is, and there's different ways they say it's pronounced. There's excitatio or excitatio. But I don't want to just rip off that. So I was thinking to convert the player's name into something inspired by this. I was just thinking of, there's like one pronunciation where it's, let's see.
Excitation.
It's like, it sounds Italian. I don't know if this is right, but it's excitatio. So like, instead of saying Tashio, I was thinking Tashio. And that sounded Japanese because of the she, because it sounded too Italian with
Excitation.
with Tashio. Like, it sounds too Italian. So I'm like, I'd rather it be Japanese than Italian. And then I was like, well, we already got geckos in the game, and geckos are in Sekiro, which is the other game I love so much. So I was thinking, like, well, we can do a Japanese, we can have some Japanese style influence as well, which would be really fun to design art for. So I was thinking Tashio for his name. So instead of Kaboth, it'd be Tashio. And his name is also a play on that theme of the game, which is awakening. So like excitatio is awakening, and there's like 2 different words for awakening in Latin, and one was like literally waking up from sleep, and then this one excitatio was more like it was more of a spiritual awakening than a physical awakening. So I really liked that idea. So I think the working title is going to be Tashio, and then and that's something like if you type in Tashio, all one word, there's not a ton of things that come up. Like there's some random stuff. So if we would have a game Tashio, and then someone searches it with game or something, we would be the ones that pop up. So I think that's my biggest kind of want, is that it's a shorter kind of name, but then if people want to look it up, that they would actually find it, rather than the word, bringing up a whole bunch of other stuff. Whole bunch of different responses. So and I don't know if we're gonna keep the red hair. I just think it's kind of eye-catching, right? So like if your character, if he's got brown hair, it's like not very exciting. So I kind of think that the red hair is still cool. Okay, so maybe we highlight the bun in the highlight like this, in the dark shading. Maybe we do that, and then it'll still look like it shifts just a bit. And then when he turns, we've got the bigger bun. So I just don't like that his one side bun here comes out not as far as this side. So we'll just fix that. So I've got a ton of ideas for the game as of last night. Like once I kind of decided like we don't have to just make it in the world of Name of the Wind, then my whole, my creative juices started going, and I started thinking of all kinds of fun stuff we could do. So I think, if I'm going to be spending 3 years on a game, like I'd rather, one, it be something we can release without any copyright infringement, and two, something original that we can just have fun building over a couple years, So let's see how this looks. Player Atlas 8. And then, so the other aspect is, I know music is going to be a big part of this game. He's going to have a lute, and it's going to be like basically Guitar Hero for lute in terms of like mini games and stuff, because I love in Link's Awakening, it's all about like awaking the windfish. And the windfish, you have to get all the instruments and all the dungeons to wake up the windfish. But it's once you get all the instruments, you can go up to the top of the mountain and play the windfish, the song, but it's a cutscene. So you watch Link play his little ocarina and dance while he awakes the windfish. But I would like if you can actually play some music in the game, like it's an actual mechanic. So I want to work on that, and it's gonna have playable music, but the music is actually gonna have real world effects too. So it's not like you play it to get a buff or anything. It's just that certain places, instead of dungeons, it's kind of like we're gonna have like little puzzles. And once you, like the reward for figuring out the dungeon or whatever in whatever biome, you're gonna get like a tome or like sheet music that you can finally learn how to play with your lute, and then playing the music in a certain scene or a certain biome will restore a bit of equilibrium in the biome, and then that helps you unlock the next place to go. Or like if you're in the desert and you haven't learned the song of the desert, it's all windstorm and there's geckos everywhere that chase you out or whatever. But if you know the song or whatever, you can sit there, play your song, and it'll calm the storm, and then you can go explore that new area. So like every area will unlock one piece that unlocks one piece of the next area that unlocks the next piece. So you won't know exactly where to go with the sheet music or whatever, but it'll be a kind of like it'll be a little bit of a puzzle. So that's one of the ideas I'm thinking of, because I know music is going to be important in this game. Did we already exported this? Let's go see. Ugh. Okay, I really do think he needs. It's just that it doesn't look cohesive. The left and right and up looks fine. I'm not worried about that as much. It's just the down doesn't have any movement of his top bun. And even up, I think the two little pixels here shouldn't be visible. I think we need to erase this and this. And then here, I think if we just shift, like this one loses this side and this one loses that side, it'll look like his bun's kind of going back and forth. So maybe that's the secret. And I'm thinking, I got so many ideas for the game, but yeah, I'll kind of dish them out to y'all as we kind of figure out what we want to do, and as we get further along, because it's easy to. Okay. And maybe one more pixel short on the bun. See, and then we figured this out yesterday. If you hold 3 inputs, he's stuck in his animation, so we need to fix that soon. I think maybe, okay, there's 2 things I'm thinking. I'm thinking we shift this by 1, so a little bit shorter of a bun. But let me see. It's his hair here doesn't look like it's pulled back. It's looking like it's coming in the front of his face, which is how we designed it, right? It was supposed to be kind of falling. So I do think, and it's tough because we want to keep the shape of it, because the back of the head is okay for it to look round like that, but maybe it should be 1 pixel less round. Oh, it looks so tiny now. Yeah, we can't really go for that. We can't do that. I think we do need to change this up, though. I think we need to have it start maybe 1 pixel higher. Yeah, this looks like he's got such little hair now that we do that. But maybe if we bring it out into 1 more, then it looks too blocky. That is so tough. So, I don't know if I like that. It doesn't look like his hair's pulled back, and maybe that's a result of the shading we do right above his eyes here. So like if we didn't have this, maybe it would look less like it's in front of his head. Yeah? Let's just darken that up. Okay, and then I don't like that it's also neat here, so we're just gonna take out some of this. I think that's looking better. It's hard to say because the bun, we really need to do something like that for the bun so it's readable. We've only got 1 pixel to work with, and it throws off the whole shape of his head. We want to save this as player Atlas 8 here. Okay. Yeah, the top... I still don't like the walking down bun, but it is looking better. I think the overall shape is looking better. And here, like, the back of his hair goes underneath his ear, but down here, it looks like it's at the top of his ear, so I don't know if we want to add that lower. Oh, but look at that. We only did it for 1 pixel here, so let's make sure we do that same. We'll take this same one and just flip this, and then we'll see how that looks. Okay, save as, player Atlas 8, overwrite, and then run again. Yeah, I still don't like the walking down animation. The top bun is just not readable. It's getting close. I really think we might need to do a whole square here, but it's so tough. So tough to add it without it looking terrible. So like if we add... See, and I don't like the bottom on that. So maybe we just do where the bun is like here. That looks like a tumor now. Dude, it's so hard to make 16 pixels really pop and look great. It's really tough. We need something to shape his hair. So what if we just kind of shape it like that, a little diagonal? And then it looks a little strange here, but when we walk, it might look okay. So let's try that. Does look better than it used to. It still is like a little jarring though. Okay, maybe, yeah. I don't like the pixel in the closer to the center. I don't like this pixel for it, but that's kind of the whole deal. Now it won't even look like a bun, but let's see. It's very tough to get this. Yeah, it's just... I think we need to change it only by 1 black pixel at the top, and we go across most of the way, but then 1 pixel is different here. So let's try that. Just 1 pixel of a difference here. That's the most I've liked it. It's just like... I think all the other pixels changing so much is throwing me off a bit. So let's keep all the other pixels the same by meaning all of this. And then maybe actually we just shift. Yeah, maybe we just shift this. So let's just mimic our other side here with the shading, other than the bun shadow. And then, yeah, you know, Leva, I think you're right. It's just with one pixel, it's so, like, if I put in a dot there, it won't look like a wisp, it'll look like, I don't know what. It's just like, it's so delicate of a procedure. We ran into this when we were trying to design the leaves in the grass, where it's like, it either looked like a Tetris piece, or it looked like a blob, and there was like, and then we look at Link's Awakening art, and it looks like a freaking leaf somehow. They nailed it. The shading vertical to match the back to show the hair is pulled back. So the shading vertical to match the back. Yeah. Okay, so like, yeah, like these vertical lines. We're trying to do that. It's just, I think that's throwing me off a bit, because especially when we do the two-step, we call it, or whatever, like the fast walking, so that he actually updates his animation, it looks a little... That's looking better, but it doesn't look like a bun from the front, you know? Yeah. Let me see... And we've already tried this, but let's shave off one pixel in the other direction. Like, let's shave off one pixel here and here. That's looking better, actually. Yeah, that looks more bun-like. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this side, too. I like the side. It's just, and it's sad that I like the side more than the front, because we should like the front the best, I would think, but... That is, I don't know, he doesn't look, he looks like a grandma facing down, and then he looks like a samurai warrior facing left. You know, like, what is it? Wow, yeah, I like all of them except facing down. Yeah, he looks like a grandma facing down. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. And it's like, yeah, it needs to look pulled back instead of like a hat. You're right. So, like, does that mean we shave off? Oh, does that mean we shave off? Boy. Because maybe we go down one more, so that it's not as steep of a widening, so that it might look more like hair and less like a helmet. Maybe if we start the hair down here, maybe. Well, let's just worry about one side and we'll just duplicate it. So like, well, now it kind of looks even more like a helmet. Let's leave the other side as it was so we can compare it. If we give it one more pixel down of hair there, and then we kind of cut it in earlier so that it looks more pulled back. Okay, it's still, it needs to be a little more rounded up here, but it is looking a bit better. It's hard to make it not look like a cone head either, like diagonal, diagonal. Okay, yeah, you're right, Leva. The shading is just wild. So, like, if we had the more vertical shading, like Leva's saying, to make it look pulled back here. It just looks like a helmet, or it looks like one of those winter hats. Not so much like hair pulled back. So, like, what are we missing? Maybe it goes up one more. Maybe we don't need the black outline for his head, and maybe the hair just goes there. Yeah, like a little bit of bang action. Well, see, and then like 1 pixel of bangs, and it looks like he's got like a wart or something. I added 1 pixel on the corner here. Maybe that looks okay. I think I want to make this wider so that looks less like a winter hat. This is looking a lot better, actually. Yeah, dude, Leva, you nailed it. That vertical shading is looking a lot better. Yeah, because that compared to this, yeah, that looks like a hat or something. This is looking a little better, I think. Let's see what this might look like. I mean, he looks almost like he's almost got like an onion head or something now. Like, my reference picture is right here. You know, we don't have like a nice and clean front view. And we can't get the bun. Yeah, maybe. And it's tough because it's like, if we want to give him ears, let's see. Let's see what giving him ears might look like. It's just like what, you know, his ears would be his skin color off to the side here, but with like, oh God. That's not it. That ain't it. I like the idea. Like I like the idea. It's just like the 16 pixel limitation is so tough to add detail. Like, and then that's like, if we look at, yeah, I know, I had to undo that. That was bad. Like, let's look at, come on. My tab is not coming out. Okay, let's try a new one. When we look at the Link's Awakening sprite here, well, that's not a good one. You know, he's got big ol' ears. He's got big ol' elf ears on the profile. Oh, you know what? Yeah, he's got big ol' elf ears on the facing down too. But that makes more sense because it's like, yeah, Link would have a big ol' tall ear, but if we do vertical ear just like 1 pixel above, we'll see. Like maybe what? How do we do it? Maybe his ears over here coming out of his... That's looking better. I mean, that's looking... Out of all the ears we've seen, that's looking the most ear-like. But the top here probably shouldn't go above the ear. That's looking a little weird. And his ears aren't visible here, but... Let me see his side. He does have little tiny ears. Those look good. And they're the same height as his eye. So his ears would be about here. But the shape of the hair isn't reading so well with his ears right there. And maybe we don't need a black outline for it, but maybe, well, it's so delicate. Yeah, I don't know. Does the gap here, like the hair gap between the ears, make sense, or does it not make sense? Like, do the sideburns, and maybe we scoot the sideburns in so we can scoot the ears in one, and maybe that might look better? Oh, let's see. Okay, well, hold on. Let me just get some more pixels going and it might look better. Oh no. Well. Yeah, no, he's got a bowl cut now. Make the sideburns one pixel shorter. Yeah, let's see. Like this? Oh, he looks more like a monk now again. Gosh. It's such a delicate balance. Because now the grandma one looks almost, I think if we let's let's ignore that one, but let's do Leva's shading for the hair up here, but then let's try to give us this ear again right here with 1 pixel of sideburn. And see, let me see. Okay, that's actually not looking half bad. And then if we get Leva's shading here with the ear, maybe we're in business. Let's see. Not quite. I did it better in the other example, but it's not looking so Japanese. It's looking, yeah, well, I'm liking this the best out of all of them so far. If we get the shading right, it might look better. Gosh, I can't look at this guy. I can't look at that one. Oh gosh, but he had the good shading. Let's just steal the shading of his hair there. That's looking better than it has looked. The ears like kind of look weird, but when you kind of just like let your mind imagine that these are strands of hair coming, like the bangs, like Leva said, like it kind of looks better. And the offset, it looks like, yeah, I guess it is the same shape for his ear there. It's just the offset shading here. Let's see how that looks when we replace this monk with this guy. Yeah, this actually might work. This is looking the best of the bunch. Let's see, and then maybe the bun, once you're turning and walking, maybe the bun will read better for from the front angle, or we might just need to add the pixel to make a bun. And Leva, is it Leva or Leva? Do you have a preference for that? Because I just say Leva, but I don't know what it is. You know, we do need a bun. Like we need more of a bun, I think. Still from the top down. He looks like he's got like a bowl cut almost, instead of it being pulled back. And maybe we shade with black instead of the dark red, and I think it'll look better. Yeah, maybe let's see, and I'm curious if we do black might be like we keep the same shading texture here. Oh gosh, that's gonna be too dark, huh? Well, yeah, that's way too dark. Maybe we just, instead of this one shade darker, maybe we just shade it another shade darker here of red. Yeah, it's this part that isn't so... Oh gosh. I need a reference of hair pulled back. From the front. I don't know why my windows just aren't popping out, but like for the shading, that more vertical shading they was talking about, I don't know. He looks too young here. He doesn't look and maybe it's because maybe his ear should be up one. No, that looks worse. That looks worse. Yeah, maybe his hair goes down one more. We back to looking like a helmet. Yeah, I don't know if I like the darker red shading, but I think we need more vertical like that to kind of tie in the direction. That's not looking too bad. It's just that it doesn't... We're still missing the bun. So, like, what if we give it... That doesn't look like it. See, it's just so tough with the limited pixels. Like, if we give ourselves... Like, maybe if we just draw a couple pixels of shading in the direction, like we kind of add a dark shade to the direction of his hair, maybe it might look... Can you make the head just 1 pixel shorter and then the bun can stick up? Yeah, because right here the head is 1 pixel shorter, so let's do that. Yeah, you're right. Let's try that. I know that was one of the first things I tried. It just, something about it looked so strange to me. But I think now that we've got the ears, it might pan out better. So now if the bun right there is going, that's too wide of a bun, but we want... Okay, I'm just gonna worry about this actually. Which one's looking better right now, the left or the right? We're kind of building out the shape a little more on the right. Maybe we'll try to add the bun here. And then Yeah, let's try a 3-pixel bun with a wider thing there. See? And that's a weird thing. It's like we can't draw the bun with a bottom. If we draw it with a bottom, it just looks so freaking weird. Well, actually, no, that doesn't look so weird. Yeah, that doesn't look so weird. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it is getting closer. Let's delete this guy. That is looking closer. It looks like a bun from the front now, which is better. Let's see how this looks in game. It is looking a lot better. Yeah, good call, Levo. Shifting that down really helps. I think we need it a little, well, it's looking a lot better, I have to say. If we tweak the black shading just beneath his head, we can make it look a bit better. I think we need to give it like one more pixel of volume here. Like one more pixel of volume there. We'll give it that. Let's see. And then I want to shift, like maybe the shading here is just one pixel less. It doesn't look, well, let's see. So that versus that. I think like the black connecting here is throwing me off a bit, so maybe it's just, maybe we only have one side. It's hard to say. I think the black and the red shading here helps give it that in a bun look. Let's see how that looks. It's looking a lot better. There's still something about, maybe we don't move the bun black pixels, but we just move. Yeah, and you know what? He doesn't look as starfishy going up like that, but I'm really liking the profile, and the up looks really good too. It's just this front one. I think the black pixels are what we need to kind of finalize, and then I'm thinking if these black pixels don't move, the bottom black pixels here, if those don't move, it'll help the illusion here. Let me see what that looks like. Not export as, save as. One non-black pixel to match the top. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because we did that. We kind of... Yeah, you're talking about this, like the non-black pixel right here? Yeah, one non-black pixel. That one looks weird, so maybe we get rid of that one too. Something... This is close. Because we can't... Yeah. I think that's a better call than not shifting the black down here. Maybe that. Yeah. Like leaving the one black pixel here, and then here, and here. I think that's looking good. Yeah, because it looks pulled up, and we get a whole pixel of the bun, and it's in the same height as the back, but it's shorter because you can see more of it in the back when he's turned around. So that might be it. Yeah, you know what? Shifting. I like how the very top of the bun moves, but I don't like how the bottom of the bun moves. Yeah, and then it's something else is moving that I don't quite like about it. Let's I think I don't like I think I do want to keep this bottom black bit unmoving, but we want to make sure every other pixel is the same, which we shift his ear a bit. We've got 4 pixels of hair right here. Okay, so yeah, we got this one should be skin tone, shading, and then dude, yeah, see, and I like this, why did, they've got a different offset here. Let me just, because I like how this one, like this hair comes straight down, but then this dark hair kind of comes out to the side like that. It makes it look like the hair is kind of falling in front of his head. So I think if we get rid of this, we mirror this one, and then we just make sure we don't shift these black pixels for the bottom of his bun, of the front of his bun. It looks a little weird to have. Let me see how it looks, because gosh, and then now I'm like looking so much at it, it's hard to see it, but I know this is looking closer. That's looking better. Yeah, it's just there's one part, since we're flipping it, that offset I said I like is just too distracting. Wow, but the top bun, I really like the top bun there. I think the top bun is working. It's just that we just need these tiny little fixes like this. His hair here offsetting is just a little too distracting because it's only the 1 pixel. What if you get rid of the black diagonals? Let's try it. We'll put dark red in these 4 spots, right? So like boom, boom. Try that. Instead of the red pixel difference? What do you mean by that? Get rid of the dark red? Make the pixel difference on the same side so it doesn't flip. With the black, you're saying. Well, let's see. Let me fix... man, you know what? I don't know. It's so delicate. I like that it's offset here, but maybe if we give it like that. Now, sorry, Liv, I'm not. The side swipe bang. Make it the same. Oh, keep it on the same side. Well, do you mean like, because now that we've matched it, it still gives like it's kind of falling, and now when it's swapping, it won't look so distracting. Let's see how this looks. This is getting really close, guys. I thought we would be doing more than just the character, but I should have pieced together that it was going to take us a little while. That is looking better. Wow. That might be it. At least good enough. There is definitely... don't think I like... There's one pixel here. A side bang would stay on the same side of each step. Okay. Yeah, you're right, because we're not just flipping it, we can actually unmirror certain aspects. So we can give... what I don't like is this double black pixel here. So maybe we get rid of that. Weirdly enough, I think this black being in the same spot works. So you're saying we'll get a side... The side bang will swap... So like we'll get this one over on this side. And we have it wrong here. Well, let's see. It's getting close. Let's see if that side bang 1 pixel difference is looking weird, but keep it on the same side. So instead of mirroring it, okay. So yeah, we'll keep it on one side because the pixel here. Yeah, so we flip everything but that side bang. So it's got the asymmetry, but it doesn't swap every frame. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I think that's a great idea, because yeah, that's something we couldn't have done in our old system, but now that we have the full sprite sheet, we can do stuff like that. We don't have to perfectly symmetrical flip it, mirror it. Dude, yeah, that's getting real close. I think I'm liking it. Yeah, it's like, I think we need like a little bit more volume. I think if we can get rid of one of the pixels of the bang here, or of the bun, that might look weird. Let's see how that looks. It's just that there's so much black up there that it shouldn't be so heavy. Honestly, that's pretty... I'm liking that. It's like... Yeah, let's do that. Good idea, Leva. Let's do... Yeah, let's just replace it with a little bit of shading there. And it does have the same... Let's see. Yeah, it has the same 2 black. So it's like the main part of the bun is the same, but then the top back of the bun is shifting. Let's see. That's looking. And it's tough because it's like from here, from just straight on, it doesn't quite read as a bun pulled up, but with all the other directions, it does make sense when you see it. I mean, it does look bunnish. Yeah, I can't tell if I like... Let's try getting rid of the L pixel here and see how that looks. I'm liking it. I'm not really seeing anything. It's like the only thing I'd like is maybe if we had 1 more pixel of volume for the front of his hair, but it is pulled back and we get the bun readability, and it isn't distracting. So it's looking pretty good to me. It's like, yeah, I feel like it might need like 1 more pixel of volume, but we can't do that. And that would throw off the height of the bun in the other kind of directions. Well, I think this is good enough for us to move forward. It might not be, you know, final game art, but maybe there's another, maybe there's like a wisp, like Leva was saying, maybe like a wisp of hair coming out instead of the black, instead of just the hard black edges here. Like maybe we have a strand. It's just so hard to add anything without it. It's so delicate. Like, you touch one thing and it throws off how it looks. I'm not sure we can do a strand, but maybe lightening up. No. I do like it. I do think it gets us where we're going. It reads as a bun. It's not very distracting, and it's. And I think that, yeah, great calls today, Leva. The ears work really great. The shifting the bun, the rest of the hair down so we get that bun distinction. That was everything, and then your vertical shading. Yeah, you really helped out today, dude. I think I'm happy with it. Like, do you guys have any other feedback, like on what it might be missing? Or honestly, yeah, it's actually looking pretty good to me. Do we need to shift any of the dark red shading on the alternate frame to give it a little more difference? Because it's like, if you look at the dark red shading on the back head here, it shifts just a little bit, but here the dark red is staying in everything. Maybe we shift a couple of those pixels off to the other side, or no. I think maybe we'll try to move, well, I think I like it. Like, I think if anything, we like maybe take out some shading on that side and then take some shading out on that side. No. Maybe the other side. We remove, nope, that's not it either. Because we like that strand, so maybe just, yeah, maybe let's see how that looks, so that at least some of the dark red pixels are changing. And then we'll see. We like that. It's really hard to see. It's hard to see that it's moving, but I think I like it. Yeah, I think I like it. It's at least good enough to move on, and then, you know, we'll always come back and we can tweak it. Cool. I like that. We need to fix our triple input holding, because that's giving us an animation still. 4 is giving us nothing, which is right, but 3 is making us shimmy. We've got a dancing feature now, guys. Okay, so let's go work on that. Let's get that shouldn't be too bad. Let's get this guy going. Minimized. Okay, so it's under a player walk entity, I want to say. And if input list is 3, see, we're changing. Yeah, see, this is wrong. We did this. Okay, let's see what happens if we take this out, because I think it. Let's see what it's. We take this out. We added that to fix a specific bug, but now that's causing a specific bug. Okay, well. Okay, so I think, well, and I guess it's like, if 3 buttons are held, we shouldn't be moving, right? Like, we shouldn't let the player try to move in 3 directions at once. So I think that's good, except look at this. When I press up, we're facing down instead of up there. So I mean, the player still isn't playing nice, like holding 3 inputs, but we probably should face up instead of down there. Yeah, so, yeah, if 3 buttons are held, I think it makes sense to just be facing whatever our last direction was and stop updating. So instead of changing the animation to a specific walk animation, we'll change it to I guess it would be, we'd want to set it to loop. Like we don't want the animation to actually happen. So maybe that means it's just the idle, and then it's not just down, but it's, I think we need something like this, but because we want the idle animation of whatever our last direction was, or our current direction. Let's see if doing that, and I don't like that we would have to do it twice here in the same block, but because of the order of operations, I think we might have to do something sneaky like that, or something less than ideal, but we'll see. Let's see if this gets us what we want, and then we'll worry about making it pretty. Because it's like, this is blocking, this line of code is blocking our X and Y update if 3 buttons are held. So it's like we're just going to be changing our animation to the idle of whatever our direction is, and our directions is whatever, well, it's not whatever last input we placed, but it might need to be. So we'll see. Yeah, we're still facing down. See, I'm pressing up and we're still facing down there. So instead of the direction, it's because our direction is literally the direction we're moving, not the last input. So instead of changing the animation to be the last direction, we want to change it to be, the input list at the last value index. So that's what we'll try. And that should fix it, honestly. Well, I say that. Oh, wrong spot. Right here. We copied the wrong one. That one. It's because in Vim, when you delete something, that's what goes into your paste register. So I did it again, where I deleted it and then I overwrote my paste register. Okay, let's see that. So we hold 3 directions and it goes to the last inputted direction. We don't move, but we go to the last inputted direction. I don't know why he's facing up when I let go of that, but oh, see, look at that. 3 are held and he's just facing down. This is almost right, but why does it default? No, that makes sense. That's literally what I'm telling it, but this is tough. It's not so easy to fix like I thought it was because of the continuous inputs. Because this is what I'm saying. If input list is 3, then go ahead, change it to be the last input direction, which it does. But it goes back down to facing down because of what? Why does it switch back to idle down if left and right are held? And we might want to take out this total blocky pixel on our walking up, which should be fairly easy. I just don't know why it's defaulting, and then now it's defaulting to the other way, which is up. So is that based on our direction? Yeah, our direction is still up. Okay, so we just need to I think we're only swapping our direction upon inputs list not being 3. So if input list is 3, we need to swap our direction, and that should fix that bug. So let's give us that pixel we're missing here. Right here on our walk up. We don't want to block there, and we don't want to block there, and maybe here as well. Yeah. So we'll save that. Save as the PNG. And we'll go... We also want to change the direction based on the last input list as well. So we'll do self.player.direction gets assigned also that input list at the index of the number of items in our input list, which has the result of setting it to the string of the last pressed input. So we'll just do that for every 3 input register, and then maybe that'll be fixed. Okay, he doesn't default wrong, and he's able to switch. Okay, cool. So 3 inputs no longer makes you move, and it sets your direction and animation to the idle of whatever your last inputted direction is, which makes sense to me. Okay, I'm liking it. Yeah, and then if you hit 4, nothing happens, because why would you be putting 4 different inputs? This is where I miss like the Game Boy games, because you got a D-pad that bends, and you can't put in. You can put in down and right or up and right, but you can't put in 3 directions on an actual D-pad. So I feel like it's good to kind of limit it to that. We shouldn't be walking if we're putting in 3 directions. We really shouldn't. So I think that's good. Let's get. I've been wanting to get. We'll be renaming our game today because we're no longer a Name of the Wind game. Now we're our own fully original game that we're going to be hopefully getting on Steam in a couple years by the time we're done. So I want to get. I'm going to import a font. And there was a font I found that someone remade a similar Zelda DX font, and he made it freeware, so he said it's fine to use commercially and everything. So we'll see how this looks, because I found some fantasy fonts I really like, but the thing is, since we're rendering at Game Boy resolution, anything taller than an 8-point text font is just too big. And if we scale it smaller than it's built for, it's going to look like crap. So we have to do something very tiny like this, like an 8-point font. So what's cool is, I believe this was the one. We'll read and make sure this is the freeware license one. Text created by Brian Kent. It's based on Link's Awakening for the Game Boy Color, and this was created by me, Brian. All my fonts are freeware. You can use them any way you want, personal, commercial, whatever. And then we can keep this text file with our font, but we don't need this. So let's go ahead and extract this to our game repo, and we'll put it in our fonts. And we'll just make sure we don't have this. We don't need this. Where did that, where did the text file go? Did I do something wrong there? Extract. Okay, then we need text and the TTF. And we'll put that in our fonts folder. And so we'll be changing our repo name and our name on screen here, and then our Tmux session name also, but it is Zelda DXT TTF, so DXT. Let's go ahead and get that in here, and we'll make sure it's looking okay. Let's go to our main, or is it our dependencies, where we give ourselves the font. Yep. So let's do, let's just overwrite this one. Well, and it said, yeah, let me just get rid of that. We'll just call it this. I think it said to use 7-point font in the text file. Let's see. Use 7-point font. Yeah, let's try 7-point font and we'll see if it does any weird aliasing. Zelda DXT TTF. So we'll go Zelda DXT TTF at DXT? Zelda? I'm second guessing myself. Zelda DX. Yeah, Zelda DXT. I got thrown me off because I read dad in there. Zeldad XT. 7-point font. Let's see. Now every pixel font we draw. Let's see if any tiny font we use. Do we use tiny font? We do use tiny font in our play state and in our main here. So let's just set this to pixel font. And then do our other tiny font as pixel font as well. Because pixel font is now our tiny font, but we only got one pixel font, so let's see. Yeah, that's not the right scaling. Let's scale it up. That's not looking right. And we're gonna be putting, is it in our scene where we go render our both DX? It's in our play state. We're gonna put this. So I'm gonna be renaming the game, at least a working title, Tashio, for a couple reasons. It's the main character's name, and it's inspired by a Latin word for awakening. So it fits our theme. The word is I'm gonna butcher it. I pulled it up. Excita. I forgot it in Latin. I can pull it up. But I liked that when you Google Tashio, like nothing really that exists already comes up. So it's kind of like a short little name that we can use. Let's go to our constants. And I think since it's going to be such a music-heavy game, I think I want to call it Tashio Tempo. Tempo for the music and speed and everything, you know? So that's the kind of working title. I only spent yesterday thinking about it, but I like it enough to make it our Git repo name now. So we'll try that, and then we can always change it. That's close. It's looking like some aliasing, maybe 1 pixel smaller here. The FPS is still screwed up, so maybe it's... Nope. Okay, so let's see if smaller... Yeah, smaller looks worse. But we were still getting some aliasing. Oh, that's not right. Not quite right. That looks okay, but then the FPS is looking like it's aliasing 1 bit. So let's see. Let's get our FPS back on screen. Let's just shift it up a couple pixels here. Okay. And you know what? We don't even need it. We know that's FPS. Let's just put the number there in the bottom left corner, and then we don't need FPS. We know it is. and we'll put it at an x of 0. Okay. Let's make our Tashio all uppercase. I think you can do highlight tilde, yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's just see how it looks. See that aliasing on the E there. Let's see. That's not the right one. Yeah, the E shouldn't have that aliasing. So let's just inch it down and see if any of them look spot on, and then where do we do dependencies? Okay, let's try 10. See, that looks awful. 11 looks best so far. They say to do 7, but that didn't look so great. And smaller than 7 looks like crap, so I don't know. We might need to do another font if we can't get this looking clean. It's close. For whatever reason, only the E is having that weird aliasing effect. And it's weird that 12 looks worse. 13 looks like crap. 14 looks like crap. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. We might need a different font. It's tough to find good 8 pixel high fonts because we need it to be that small because our resolution is just so tiny. But we'll keep this for now. Yeah, so let's change our GitHub repo real quick here. I'm excited about the potential of releasing my own game on Steam here in a couple years. It really does. It takes so long. I worked on my last arcade game for over 2 years, and that's just an arcade game. Like, I've got some huge ideas for this one. So it'll probably take me longer. But if this isn't the game that I first put on Steam for people to play, then it'll be the next game, which is going to be 8+ years from now, and I would rather it be 3 or 4 years from now than 8. So I think it's the right move to change this now, and then we can build it, all on stream here. Let's rename our repo here. I've got we're going to be renaming this, and we got to rename the repo itself as well as the README. Let's do. I know we can rename. Do we have to make a new repo, or can we rename a repo? Yeah. Here, we'll just do Tashio. That's a working title. Maybe we'll change it. Like I said, I've only been thinking about that for one day. So maybe something else will come to me, but I kind of like it. I think it'll be good for... I think it'd be nice to do a to add some Japanese art too. I missed where I could save it. How do you change it? Sorry guys, I don't know how to change this. How do I say rename? Literally just that button. Okay. My bad, guys. Okay, well, we've got the Tashio repo set up. We're gonna rename it. Top-down game filled with adventure, magic, and music. Okay, we'll do... And you know what? I feel like I should wait to do this before... Well, no. We'll do it, and then I'll pull our changes. Well, we gotta rename that too. Edit. Dude. So this is now Tashio. Okay. Cool. Now we can make sure that we've saved all our changes, make sure our status. And you know what? I don't know. This we might have to update the branch we're pushing it to, right? So if we do a git remote verbose, we're at the old repo, so we need to do a git remote set URL origin to be the SSH github.com/findingfocus/tashio.git. I think that's right. I did the same thing. Git remove instead of git remote set URL. Okay, git remote -v should give us the proper repo now. Now we can git pull our readme changes. Yep. And then we can just do a git status to see the different stuff. Oh, and we added, okay, so we've got the new text file, the text font, we changed. I took a couple pixels out of our Gecko Atlas from yesterday. We fixed that bug with 3 inputs for the direction handling, and then we updated our player atlas. So the last thing we want to do is remove our old atlas, right? So we've got an old atlas in here with our both, and we can just graphics. It is called Kavoth Atlas. We'll just take that out, and our player atlas 8 is now what we're doing, what we're drawing. Move that to the trash. Player atlas 8 is now it. We'll just call it player atlas. And then what we will do is make sure we fix that. We will make sure we do a player atlas, and instead of 8 we go just player atlas. Save that. Then we want to grab search for any reference of Kavoth, and we just want to make sure that we change all this stuff. So well, yeah, I mean, we don't need... We got a bunch of Kvoth references in the player. Yeah, let me just search for any Kvoth here. Let's see. Okay. Okay, we've also got capital Kvoth, so we'll just substitute that out as well for player, and then wow, we really do got a bunch of references, do we? Let's take them out. I mean, we've got to ultimately take them out, so... one of these days here coming up too, I don't know if I'll do it on stream, but I'll just go through and add in some more detailed notes so that we can navigate our files better. So like I can do a grep search for any multiple input handling, and then if I had that as a comment, we would be able to just hop to it right there instead of having to know exactly where it is. So I'll probably do that off stream so it's not so boring for y'all, but we'll see. Okay, so I think what I want to do is highlight everything. So we'll go visual mode, top of the screen, and we'll do a substitute, and we'll search for any all caps Kvoth. We didn't do a substitute. Substitute both for player. We might make it Tashio, but we don't know just yet, so we'll just do player. And then we'll search for any Kvoth in here, and we're good. So we just need to go make sure our constants has player, not Kvoth, and then let's see, Kvoth. Yep, we just want to make sure that's player. And then any other Kvoths? No. Let's see, any other Kvoths? Gosh, we got a bunch. Okay. Oh, well, no, because the grep string didn't update. Let's... No write since last change. Okay, that's fine. Do you hate? Okay. We reinitialize it, then do another grep string for both. We've still got a bunch in our scene at least, so we'll just go highlight all of this. We'll substitute any all caps Kvoth with player. And then we'll write it out, reload the grep here, and then we'll see if there's any other... I keep spelling that wrong. Okay, hey, Puny Magus, if you don't mind, what is your auto-tiling pattern? If you're still here, I'll show you. So we've got in our map declarations table here, we are assigning, so first of all, in our constants, we have numbers assigned to all of our sprite keys. So in our global map table here, we've got graphics, it's master sheet, and we slice this up. So we assign what number of quad each of these sprites are, and then we save those as global variables here. And then in our map declarations, we manually input a lot of them just for these first couple maps, but then the auto tiling for stuff like the desert is, I believe it's in our scene. You know what? It'll be easier to just search for sand. So here it is. We go through. We first populate all of our overworld maps with just an empty table. Then we go and we populate all of them with mostly sand, but then there's a 1 in 74 chance that every pixel is a sand and wood, and then there's a 1 in 75 chance it's a sand and bone. And then we overwrite the first manual maps that we've got. So it's like we're assigning them all random sand first, and then we kind of, well, we've got to fix that. Dependencies 50. Yep, we're gonna go here. We see, and this what sucks about renaming stuff. We've got player atlas here now, and we need player sprite sheet here, but we need every reference of Kaboth sprite sheet to be fixed, so we can not index nil there. So we'll go Kaboth sprite sheet. I always do that, sprite sheet. And we've only got one reference right here, which is commented out, so we might be good. Okay, well, club, yep. Player walk state has still got some Kaboths in there, so we'll go take those out. Let's go substitute any Kaboth with player. Player walk state. Did we not? We just changed it, no? Maybe we didn't save it. Let's try it. Okay, let's try this again. Highlight. Substitute any Kaboth with player. Enter, write, run. Cool. So we're populating all our sand first, and then we override it with those manuals. So there's like, you know, it might be sand and wood, and it might be sand and bone, and this is for most of our tables here. So like our map, we're at our map 4.3, 5.3. And we might go back to our pixel font for our debugging, just because it's a little easier to read. But let's make sure we've got rid of all of our Kaboth references. We don't have any uppercase Kaboth. Do we have any? Yeah, you're welcome, Puny Magus. If you want, yeah, feel free to ask whatever, because I'm here to kind of show what I'm doing. I'm a new programmer, and I feel like there's a lack of people in my skill set. You know, like there's great programmers who stream, and a lot of what they do is just goes over my head. So like I feel like there's a niche for people who are still getting into game dev that would like a reference to kind of watch and learn from. So I'm here to let anyone know what I'm doing, because I want to make games and I want to help people make games. So this is some... Okay, yeah. Do you stream yourself, Puny Magus? PM? I am very new to streaming. I've just started the past like 3 weeks or so. So I'm still getting used to it, but I love the community, man. I love everyone in the software game dev channels have been so nice to me and so friendly, and encouraging, so I've been really loving it here. Okay, I think we're just about rid of any reference to Gavoth in our code here. Okay. Okay, I think we're good to commit. So let's go. Let's do a get status and see, make sure we're not missing anything. We changed a bunch now that we modified Kavoth. Oh, okay. Hey, feel free to put your YouTube in the chat here, and I'll check it out. I put all my devlogs on YouTube as well. I mean, I started programming maybe three or 3.5 years ago, and I got into it for game dev. So I've been programming as long as I've been doing game dev, I guess. But I do try to program outside of game dev. But this is where I'm kind of most interested in focusing, at least currently. We're going to add everything to the staging area with a commit message saying new player atlas for Tashio and fixed multiple input bugs. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I built my last game. I'll show you my last game here. We just get pushed. We'll go into our Joust repo. I remade a game from the 1980s here in Love 2D in Lua. So this took me 2 years to make, which is, it's got a 2-player mode. It's got high scores and everything. It's got 25 waves. But an arcade game from the 80s took me 2 years to make. And my next game is a lot more ambitious than a little arcade game, so I'm thinking it'll take me very long. So that's why today we're changing our game so that it's not based off my favorite book anymore. It's now going to just be a total original game because it's going to take me so long to make that I'd like to make it my own. Hey, thanks for the follow. Was that you, Puny Magus? I appreciate you, dude. We are getting close to 30 followers, so that's really cool. We did our get push for the day. I think tomorrow is gonna be more entity stuff. So we're gonna go into. I think we're gonna go. Try to get more geckos running. So where is our... And you know what? We didn't change the name of our repo, but it's now pushing to a new repo, so we'll have to rename that. But we've only got the one gecko right now. We're gonna try to... We have to add our other gecko directions because right now we only have walking up. And then what we'll do is we'll just be testing how our entity system is going to work. So like, let's say we want 10 geckos. We want to instantiate them all in the scene, give them all a random direction, a random X and Y position in a certain, spot. And then we'll see if we can get 10 geckos all at once, kind of running out in different directions as a sort of experiment, because I haven't built an entity system yet, so this is our first time, and yesterday we got our gecko working for the first time. So tomorrow is going to be working on that entity system, testing it out and seeing what we can do with it, and then we'll probably be, after that, we'll probably be doing more level design and making some more custom art, because now that we're going to do a more Japanese style art, we can change some of this stuff to be a little more Japanese, I guess. So we'll see what that looks like, and then we'll get some more of our map built out, and then we'll start doing some actual mechanics, because we'll have entities so we can have bad guys. We can work on what our first spell casting abilities are going to be like and function like, and then we'll just take it from there. But thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate you guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. If you want to see, I'll be here at 7 probably. I want to see if you guys, John Blow is streaming right now, so I think it'd be really cool if any of you guys go raid John Blow. He's what got me into programming, so even like he's not gonna see it, but I just think it'd be fun because he got me into programming, so I think it's cool. I think I did that wrong. Or maybe he's unrateable. Maybe he's unrateable. I don't know. But thanks for watching, guys. I try to stream every night around 7, so 7 Mountain Time. But thanks for watching. I appreciate you.